Okay, man, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Now, come on, now crank this motherfucker up.
I'm right here with Chinky out of LA.
My name is Ben Grimm. I used to go by Prophet Wonder from Cre8, criminal-minded artist, coast-to-coast artist, RTN Rockin' the Nation crew. Our MC crew is affiliated in Skulls and Numbers, West Fog, and Mike Sabers, and the Gargoyle Gang. I go by many aliases, but for right now, I go by the name of Ben Grimm, as I said. So we want to just chop it up and talk a little bit about hip-hop. You could be an MC or graffiti artist or a break dancer or whatever, but you'll know about the other person's skill. You know his history to an extent, and you know how to recognize what's dope and what's whack.
When a b-boy hear that music or that break beat, the b-boy is gonna feel that energy like, man, I gotta rock that floor. Bam, he gets on the floor and he gonna rock the floor right and correctly. As a b-boy, it's very important to know and understand, you know, the kind of music to b-boy too. You can't b-boy off of country music. You can't b-boy off of opera music. You have to be able to,
music.
You see what I'm saying? It's very important to know what's what. It's very important. You can't just do stuff off anything. Now you can be creative and try to be artistic with it, but that's not the major force behind it. What you call that country dance where they skipping around and
do-si-doing and all that.
Yeah, all that do-si-doing. So you don't see them trying to do some popping off their music because it don't mix. It's like oil and water.
Sometimes hip hop gets a negative rap, even though it's being exploited and it's a billion-dollar industry right now, and it's leaving the people that invented this shit behind. You know what I'm saying? So our job is to keep it positive like it came out. And another thing, hip hop is the only thing, you know what I'm saying, besides certain spiritual ways of life. That's a non-spiritual way of life that bring about people of different races. You know, anything that's negative, a b-boy or a hip-hop head will take it and flip it and make it positive. And that tight jeans shit, that is not hip-hop. That is not hip-hop, that's hipster. I ain't knocking the hipsters and the skateboarders. I'd rather them do that than kill each other on the street. That ain't hip-hop, man, that's something else. In the meantime, I was still a junior high battling kid. Cats used to come to my high school, from high school to come battle me, come from out of state to battle me. I was known as one of them young kids that used to battle them older heads and shit. You know, the gang culture let hip-hop get a pass. They didn't have to give it the pass that it gave it. We're not saying the pass is 100% squeaky clean. Sometimes it overflows and people are in the wrong place at the wrong time and they pay severe consequences for it. They gave hip-hop a pass because they seen something positive in it. They allowed, you know, they could have crossed and struck all of this shit out at beat with all of our groups. But they let the MCs MC, they let the B-boys b-boy, they let the graffiti artists graph. You have to be down by law to be out here to be doing this, man. You cannot be, it's not for the weak-hearted. It don't matter if you're from East LA, South Central, whatever, especially those places. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? East LA and South Central alone, homie. Downtown alone, homie. You gotta have balls to be doing this. I'm just saying, you know what? It's not only the gang affiliated people or the hard people in LA, it's the people that ain't doing that. It's trying to stay positive. That takes a lot of heart to even do that. You know what I'm saying? That takes just as much as heart. That takes as much heart to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't synonymous to you being a square either. That doesn't, we're far from squares to do this shit right here. A lot of heads died for this shit to still happen like Clever. Rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? First of all, hip-hop remains universal. I write it down in graffiti letters of cursive. Anybody out here fucking with this, they can curse, kid. Drop this off of the dome, shining with chrome. South Central is a part of my home. Back streets of LA on the other side of Slauson. When cats be riding in Regals and straight flossing. But right about now, we talking about can exhaustion. From the Krylon, aerosolic art, ripping apart. MCs, I do this from the heart. I was raised off of ultramagnetic treacherous 3. Just Ice, K-R-S-O-N-E. So you know the poetical pilgrim. Flow on the microphone, on the film then. Cre8, he is king unique. With the hypnotic technique. With spray can art, he freaks. And I'm always obtuse and accurate, acute, and not like oblique. My words are like knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Plus the pen in the hand and with a mental planning. Still scanning, blowing out brains like scanners. Coming through your ass like scanner darkly. Sucking MCs, they talk about me. Behind my back, rewind the track, define that rap. Word up. Cheeky Eye LA, baby. Off the domage, baby.